be with me in the thoughts of my mind. This voice may enter your weary minds, free it from all the shackles that mostly we have bound ourselves with. And if you let it enter your heart, you will feel a lot of love. And when we feel loved, we feel good. It's simple. It is a voice that has soothed my soul from all around and mostly from within. This is just my story, my experience, as I always mention. And no one and nothing can take it away from me because it is my truth, you see. So these kind of things happen as a testimony, and then it is shared with the intent of always helping someone or giving it freely. So because there is no intention of gain or profit or any kind of expectation that it is bound by it, if it is received with an attitude of receiving, then it does work. It does work. Even if that person is conscious or aware or not aware, it doesn't matter. If it is heard and you've been graced and blessed, I'm saying graced and blessed because sometimes our minds are so clouded and crowded and our hearts are so hurting that it is impossible for anything to penetrate that wall, isn't it? Nothing works. It's just in this vortex and you're in this dead end and you're hitting the wall all the time. And there are some very, very, very disturbing thoughts just bouncing around, making your life miserable. And you just have absolutely no space there for light or sound to enter and show you the way, bring you out of that. Even through minds like that, these songs and words have come, and I have been able to hear it. That's why I said graced and blessed to be able to see and hear, because some of the states of minds I was in and some of the burden that my heart carried as, afflictions, and some of the experiences my body has gone through in the name of pain and suffering. It just doesn't make any sense for a human being to even have that kind of a power, energy to even be in that presence of so much turmoil and conflict, wars and bloodshed. So in my world, most of the time, I have been blessed and graced to hear it. And it has soothed my soul, it has brought clarity in my mind and healing in my body. Absolutely flawless. Because it is free, you see. It's not bound by time, deadline, or even space. That's how big this spirit is in love. It's difficult to carry it, very, very difficult, because as it is rising through the body's energies that are conflicting to this presence, and it's basically flushing it out. That's why all the experiences of things that erupts from your body and gives you the experience of pain, suffering, and then the mental torture that goes along with it. Very, very, very intense and deep. So one has to have the stomach to digest a story like this, Like one of my friends used to say, it's too much, Jyoti, I just can't be, I love you and I'm your friend, but what you're going through is just too much. Anyway, but that's it, isn't it? Everyone is in a place and space they choose to be, and you have the right to choose. So there comes a time when you are left with no other choice but to heed to this word. Our rebellion doesn't work. Our wanting to escape and fly away doesn't work. Because trust me, sometimes our ideas are so bad. We get caught up, and that's what a stronghold is. We get caught up and we are wrapped around with this absolutely filthy, dirty energy that it has nothing in it but negative effects. And if we fall into it, then we'll have to go through that road, face the consequences until we come back on track. So it's an experience, and it's a learning process through the journey. If you are a soul that is meant to be saved, He'll save you anywhere, anytime, in any place, and anyhow. So like I said, it's very, very difficult to carry. So when you see it, you kind of fold your hands in its presence and you bow down. But then you also start feeling so guilty and shameful and all the other things that you're carrying. Basically the low self-esteem. No matter how talented you are or how gifted you are, you just can't pull it out. You can't express it. It's always been shut down. It's always been mocked at or not understood. So then we go into, so the anatomy of that kind of, it's evil. It's evil. It's so disturbing to live with it if we are carrying it. Hey, if you're free and you have positive energies and you're confident about your talent and you're successful, God bless you. Maybe you can rise up and help others too. Like another friend said, it's too much, you give too much. I said, it's keeping me alive. Giving is such joy, and when we give without thinking about our own self or profit or gain or some intention, scheming and scamming behind, then it's so freeing. It's what's kept me alive. I am so glad that I was blessed and graced to be able to obey that voice. Again, I say that because I was in no way, shape or form to be obedient to anything. Because I was busy with my own rebellion, I was busy with my own low thoughts, lowly thoughts, and but I knew I had a gift. I knew that there is something good inside of me. Never consciously intended evil or harm on anyone. But good people, that's the problem. With good people, we have a very big baggage of offense and insults People didn't see it, people didn't do anything to me, they didn't give this, they didn't do that, that kind of a baggage. It's deep. For some, it's very, very deep. So it's very difficult to dive deep and bring out that light and shine from all that debris. So there's work to do. And 100% of the time, when I think I'm there, or I want to share it, or like for example record it, put it in a website, put this, do that, all these ideas come up. Oh my God, I can sit with this, because sitting with this is so refreshing, and it blesses me, it makes me feel good. But I'm telling you, 100% of the time there has been trash thrown on it, some disturbance or the other happens. I mean, beyond fiction, it's true story, we've lived it, and you don't forget some things like that. Once you have an experience like that, you don't forget it. The both sides, back to back to back, war, blessings, war, peace, war, peace, dark, light. You know what I mean? It's been like that. I thought I already had a very intense life until I was 35, but then it was just the beginning then. Yeah, I'm laughing and smiling about it from this place, because you can see it clearly. Your life has to be some kind of a reflective and corrective method of transformation. Otherwise, this won't make any sense. Again, this will only attract those energies that want to mock it or, shut it down. Every time you are in a new place, okay, because this particular energy or a spirit is not at war. It wants to share love. So even if that house gets destroyed, every time you build it, it gets destroyed. They take it away or they steal it, some weird thing happens, but you're in a new place, so then you start all over again. Can you imagine your real life being like that? You cannot imagine. That's why even old stories and scriptures and all, it becomes so surreal to even believe that. It becomes a mythology, it becomes a story of fiction, which the world would accept, and million copies will be sold. But this is as real as it can be. It's very, very real. One of the first teachings that came was bestowed upon me, or told to me, or given to me, was no real thing can be threatened. Powerful, very, very empowering. One word and one line and one song, you just listen to it over and over and over again, and you go crazy about it. %100 of the time, I would try to put it in YouTube or this or that. I mean, I'm talking about 2010, when it all began. 2009 was when the major shift was happening in my life into my choice that I made to offer myself to this ministry. Obeying, I just have to say yes, and everything else followed. No, it was not easy. It was extremely difficult. But there is a pattern that you're following in your life. In this lifetime, we have a memory of what we grow up with and the experiences we have, and with the people. That's more than enough work for this lifetime. Going into past lives and this and that and all that is fun, and but it's not practical at all. So let's get realistic here. And Like I said, I talk for myself because that's my experience, and that's enough work already. So even going into somebody else's mind or somebody else's life and what they're not doing, or what this could have done or that could have done, and all those thoughts also is very, very draining. So for the rest of my life, whatever space we have, I hope I seek God's blessings and grace to be able to fulfill it as best as I can, and be able to continue to do this work as best as I can. Love will always find a way. If the opposite side finds some way or the other to destroy you, to make you dirty again and again, on this side, love also is very, very creative to find a way to rise up and shine again and again and again, because it's its nature. It's simply its nature to rise up and help that person in need, or give that person in need. It rises up, it's a spirit, and you're not even thinking what I'm going to do tomorrow or what I'm going to do if I give it away. Not at all. It is so spontaneous, ferociously powerful. It works, it helps. And you leave behind a fragrance of that memory for that person when you give like that. Because it's happened to me, it was given unto me. God bless all those people who've been in my lives to bless me, to guide me, to empower me, encourage me. Oh my God, I have so much gratitude for those people. And sometimes, these people are so good that they don't even remember they did any help like that. They can't remember they did this, they did that. I have so many stories like that. And if I see them, I just take off from where I left off. So you're connected in the heart, you're connected in the spirit, you're connected in the soul. It's very, very beautiful, that kind of relationship. Very strong, not even subtle, it's very, very strong. It's very clear, you just connect with that person. So as you can track, if you have the capacity to be with me in the thoughts of my mind, like I began the talk with, I'm leading you somewhere, because see, it's a progressive session in life, in this talk. The very nature of this kind of a presence is what is in your mind, in your spirit, in your body, in your life, in everything that you touch and do or say and connect with. It's the same. One experience can change your life. So I am leading you to a place where these thoughts are forming, have been cooking up, squirming and storming through me, to be able to give it a shape and form in order for it to be received as a gift. That's the work here. So you do have a choice what to do with it or not to. Again, for me, it's been very spontaneous. Mostly I feel I'm not doing it at all, because when I even hear it again, it's blessing me. So again, it heals me. He does this to me, and then when I give it a shape and form, then it completes the relationship, it completes the experience, and then you're in a new place of freedom, in a new space. So it's very, very beautiful, because it goes along with the experiences in your life, because I'm a very practical person, so nothing else would work. I didn't have the luxury of falling for fantasy, or the pain was too real for me to be unreal about anything, if I may. And just this morning I heard this, it's not 1%, 2%, it's not 99.9, it's 100%. It's all good or nothing. So this attitude of, if we haven't changed in its presence, of changing our attitude to do something as best as you can in all the capability that you are made of, that's 100%, isn't it? No cutting corners, no cheating. Those things cannot exist on this side. That's how beautiful the experience is. That's how complete the spirit is. That's how strong its presence is. So I am leading you to a place of truth through just my recent happenings. You kind of know how it's going because of the choices you're making. So don't fool around, If you're making a choice and it's happening, it's going to lead you to the next thing that is connected with that. It's not scattered, it's not, just blindly connected. It has a purpose and it's creating a story. So that's how it's going to be. So then sitting and thinking why this didn't happen, that didn't happen, but accepting the truth, it gives you immense strength to face anything. And like I said, rise up from whatever rock bottom we are hitting all the time. So there are two things happening all the time, at least now, and I feel that it is time now we're going to cut off from that, we're going to separate, and we're going to choose one side and continue to build up on that, because this wobble of falling, rising, this, that, and no balance, it's very, very disturbing, and it manifests in various forms and shapes in the world. It's your reflection. Whatever world you're in, and the people that are related in that space, okay, it will affect all of them. So my belief, even if it's imagination or fantasy, it's a good one. Let the woman out there, because I can relate to a woman, but my prayers goes out to everybody, all the children, all the men, all the women, all the entire creation, to be blessed with peace and joy and a way to understand things better and create that balance. Otherwise there's no peace. Until it's coming from the center, it's not clear enough. If it's a confused state of mind, then it creates confused voice of words. So we're getting to that. The tools, it's like a coin. How I visualized it. He means it, when he said, I will build the church upon this pillar. We tend to take it as how best the mind can understand it. I had mentioned in the previous, it's like a projector. What is in your mind is how it's going to filter. So the concept of being in a state of mind, very, very important. That particular state of mind will generate whatever emotions, words, your behavior, all the sloshing energies that you carry when you're walking around doing normal things in life, so on and so forth. So a particular state of mind is very important to understand what kind of a mind you have and what state you are in. It's important to understand. Again, like if you are in this path of self reflecting, transforming path, or experiencing God within, or experiencing simply a comforting presence, because everyone is seeking relief from something or the other. Everyone loves to experience a friendly company and a word of love, isn't it? And now, because of all the choices, if you're connected, let's say for a family, if you're connected with people, then it affects and reflects on everybody. Sometimes others can see it more clearly, isn't it? When you carry a state of mind that is very, very disturbing, we're sloshing it around and others can see it. And we are kind of lost in that state of mind, which is disturbing or dark, or which is extremely bright and colorful and you're in the light. So it's a wobble, and until we find a balance, there is work. Most of the times, trust me, dear friends, I have been picked up from the pit of hell and put in a different place. I don't know if even saying it a miracle would do justice to that kind of hand that can move in spaces and places and clear out the blocks, smooth the pathways into the next state of mind, and then integrating it. It's work, it's beautiful work. That's how I perceived it. Later on into this experience and getting a hang of it and riding with it, because like I said, it's not easy. So what if it's not easy? You create a part of yourself that wants to do this work, because you're naturally attracted to something or someone who loves you more, isn't it? Or you think is helping you and loving you more, until you realize it's not. So then you move on, or whatever that path is laid out for us, or whatever we choose to do with it. Many, many times, the very person that inflicted selfish nature of oppression on us was the very one that was chosen to come and bless us. I have many, many stories like that. So then when you see that, oh my God, this particular spirit can just possess anyone to help us anytime, no matter what, then we release ourselves from binding our thoughts to a particular person, expecting that a particular person should do this or that, you see. So it becomes very vast. It becomes a very, global understanding of that spirit and energy, because it's not bound by your attachment to somebody, and it's not going to fall for your tantrums and your afflicted state of mind. It knows. God knows where you're at and what it's been going. He is doing the work on you, so He knows what's happening and where the pressure is, where the tension is, and where He has to put His hand, where not, you see. So when He did those kind of little mundane things, how beautifully He made that person bring us coffee and wood pellets. The very morning we ran out of it, and we're going, wow. That person is not at all aware that that's what's happening. And even if we say it, like, oh my God, this is exactly what we needed, and now we fall for that person, thinking that person has changed, or that. No, we have to be very, very careful, because sometimes the mind goes too fast in concluding things, and to understand it, in a deceptive way. No, that person was just as evil as he was or is still to this day. I have examples even in my own family. That particular state of mind, that poverty-stricken mindset, that fearful mindset that never gives, always takes, nothing has changed. So that's the truth. You accept it. So then what happens is you are disconnected from being forcefully or wrongfully connected to something that is disturbing your balance and disturbing your peace. Get it? So like, you still love them, but you're not connected, you're not wired wrongly. It goes along with the experiences in the place that I'm living in right now. The electricity wires being fixed to straighten the mind, to straighten the wiring and connected properly, that affects your internal working. Any wrong thing can be made into a good thing. Anything that is, trust me on this word, anything that you feel you're wrongfully acquitted or some injustice is happening, if you're in this space and you mean it to receive His grace and blessings on faith, you continue to love God within, even if you're all alone, that particular opening and space will definitely come through, and it will be fixed, and you will be in a new place and space. You have to let it happen at least once for you to get that pattern, because we're so used to patterning our minds. Whether we are thinking, whether we are making decisions in our lives, we're patterned. So it's very easy, it's trainable. No need to be afraid of this mind's powerful presence of, it's not, it's just a tool. So it can be trained by changing the patterns, building it up. Like I said, we're building it. It doesn't matter how many times it's broken, it will rise up again. It will build up again. It's a quiet and silent work that's been happening and integrating. It will rise. And you're okay to let go of something that we're holding on which is not good for us. Basically, the childish attitudes, childish ways are be touched and tamed, and we're becoming more and more mature. And from that state of mind, we will be able to deal with anything. It will rise. We are creative people. We will find a way to cope with it. Especially in the mind's thoughts. As soon as the thought comes, we fall for it, we believe in it, and we go with it, and then we start to react with it, you see. So like I said, even once, if this work enters and it's been done, then it's up to us to receive it in however way it's possible. I just woke up once and I said, I'm going to choose love. I'm going to not react. I'm not going to get offended. Even if that is the truth that's happening. To do anything with the evil side makes us contaminated. Thinking about what wrong was done, thinking about all the past things that's happened. You can do it if you're able to reflect a story or a teaching from it, and you're able to share it and then let it go. That's different. That requires a certain kind of maturity and work and experience. So let's come back to the coin. It's back to back, isn't it? There's one side is heads and one side is tails, but they never meet. They never meet each other, do they? You turn this side, that side is shown. If you turn this side is shown. That's how disconnected it is, even though it is connected. So now I understand it. I completely surrender. I completely know that there's always going to be that dark side over there, but we have the right, we have the power, and we have the choice to make, to choose to do the work. See, otherwise we won't understand the value of it. If you're throwing a tantrum and you receive something from that person because you successfully manipulated the other person who's has the gift, he's having it in his hand, but you're throwing tantrums to receive it. You're using evil purposes to receive it, not receive it, take it. Because when we say receiving, man, it requires a lot of surrender and a lot of humility to see it that way. So you see, it depends which side of the coin are you looking at, or you're at. So if you're in this side of the coin, you're not connected with the other side. So that's why that split personality seems like you're so broken, and it seems like, that's why I said seems like, because it's not the truth, not the whole truth. We go back and forth. But when we get to a state of mind where we understand the entirety of that coin, or in this case yourself, You can play with it, you can toss it, you can twist it, and you can do whatever you want to do with it, but you know its purpose, you know what its value is, and you use it with purpose and dignity and all the good things. So it depends on you how you're going to take any gift or a word or a blessing and apply it in your life. It's the totality of goodness that, at least that's how I understand it, that will walk on earth through us, within and with each other. That's the purpose and goal of the new age or the golden age, or a place, a state of mind where you can be peaceful and happy all the time. But if you're too deeply in the other side, all this will sound boring, not realistic, and parts of you will rise up to mock it or laugh at it. That's fine, because like I said, it's my experience. We've come a long way and I understand both sides of the coin. One choice, it matters. So you have one life, and one choice, and you grab that chance to not let go until you find the right thing to do. If you're a good person, you have a good heart, there is no chance for evil to enter or to make you do things that you don't want to do. There's absolutely no chance, because it's a parallel line. One has to come free of it. So I will end with a prayer that the Lord blesses us, shows us the way, uplift us, deliver us from evil, bring us out of this stronghold, and make His grace and His love the stronghold of our mind, life, our breath, our living, our giving, our doing, our receiving, everything. And may we be a testimony of His love and grace in our lives. May we be a beautiful story to share and glorify this beautiful love. Believe in it because it is true. Have faith that there is a higher hand, a powerful, loving spirit that will make you understand the value of this gift, instead of giving it to you because you threw a tantrum or because you can't take it anymore, but to be able to be in a place to receive it and carry His beautiful presence with honor and glory. So we understand the value of His presence, the value of His gift, of His love, of this life, which will then help us to share it with others the same way. For today, if instead of reacting with anger or hurting the other person, you rise up in love and touch that person, taking and swallowing the hurt and the pain of that offense, and say you forgive them or give them a chance. It may backfire. It backfires. That kind of love, it's done it to me. I was in an impossible situation and an uncontrollable, I don't know, whatever it was, the past. It's become this, so I'm sure anyone can relate to it. Anyone can receive it. Anyone can be in this presence and feel good, including evil people, including people who are completely in the darkness. It won't affect you. They will see it, they will nod, and they will walk away and go do their job on somebody else who needs it. Because you need that kind of a friction, every time, like I said, while doing this work, there used to be pressure, but but then it would rise up and do it. Won't give up. It won't give up. It's a powerful spirit, but very gentle, because it has to be something equal and opposite to what's already inflicted upon. It can have the same, do it now, giving you the gift, take it. Then it has the same nature with which you are already suffering from. So it has to be a perfected love, a kind of energy that is so strong in its presence that eyes will see, ears will hear, hands will fold. It's true. Every knee will bend and bow, head will bow. Again, it's not me. I am just a tool here. The voice is coming through this person who is very, very humbled here, and blessed and graced and healed and whatnot, saved so many times from that other energy, trying to make you believe that it can consume you, or it can destroy you, or it's more powerful than this. No, he doesn't even give any thought to that side. No matter how low your esteem is, or how harshly you're treating yourself because you think you're afflicted by say money problem, anything, mostly it's money that is being affected now. Even on that topic, I've had so many experiences and lessons learned. Last minute, I have 5 minutes to pay the money, but I didn't have it. But he told me to go through the steps to do my son's visa. And within 5 minutes, in the spirit, I connected with my old boss and got 50,000 rupees to get the visa done and get him on the legal track of being in. My son is a US citizen. He was born there. But we lived in India for many years, so I had to get his visa done. So that the pressure of a dharmic heart, a righteous heart, to be wanting to do something rightful. Otherwise there's fear, right? Oh my God, there's no visa, there's no this, I'm going to be in trouble. I know so many are going through that problem everywhere, all around the country now, especially America. But I'm here to say, hey, we've gone through it, we've been through it, and I'm sure God knows what's happening. This is not the end of the world. This may be just the beginning of a new place and space that you will be brought to. Maybe change your lives a little bit, change your attitude a little bit. Believe that no matter what in my world, I want to be righteous, I want to do it right. I can't just let it go. They don't have that attitude of just, how can you just let it go, or how can you just let it be simmering in that illegal part of deception and lies and oh God, that state of mind is just so uncomfortable. Lord, please bring us out of that. Let us do what we have come to do. Work with you, let you work on us and with us. Let us experience your mighty hand and presence. Amen. Thank you. And bring us into the light again and again and again. Never let us go. Forgive us. Make us worthy of this beautiful life and your powerful love. Amen.